attention to Captain Crocker.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the retirement ceremony for Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia. Thank you all for attending this traditional ceremony marking the completion of a Marine's tour of duty and celebrating his transition to civilian life. Thank you especially to our distinguished guests, Colonel Lucas, and of course the command team from FLC Yokosuka. And a special thanks goes to the family of Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia, Father Winston, Sisters Suzette, and Wildry. Thank you for taking the time and effort to travel halfway around the world and attend this momentous event. Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia has been a member of Fleet Logistics Center Yokosuka Marine Detachment since April of 2013 and has been a critical member of the Marine Corps team since his arrival. Already an accomplished and seasoned staff non-commissioned officer in the field of aviation logistics, he completed several deployments, including deployments to Afghanistan, Iraq, and on the 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit. Prior to his final tour here at FLC Yokosuka. Through his superb performance and dedicated efforts to FLC Yokosuka's Code 430, he provided boots-on-ground support to several exercises throughout the 7th Fleet AOR, developed sustainable processes and training for current operations and for the Marine Detachment, and most importantly, if you ask me, he has mentored, led, and trained 7 FLC Yokosuka Marines. Before we begin with the retirement, please direct your attention to the Executive Officer of Fleet Logistics Center Yokosuka, Commander Doherty, for an awards presentation. Attention to award. Department of the Navy. This is to certify that the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal to Staff Sergeant Winston W. LabrielMejia, United States Marine Corps, for meritorious service as Marine Liaison, Staff Non-Commissioned Officer, NAV Sup, Fleet Logistics Center Yokosuka, from April 2013 to November 2015. Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia performed his demanding duties in an exemplary and highly professional manner. While deployed to Guam in the Philippines, Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia provided superb logistical support for over 150,000 pounds of cargo during exercises Valiant Shield and FIBLEX 2014. He expertly coordinated the expediting of more than 300 mission-critical requirements for the Marine Corps and Navy units across the Western Pacific. Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia's superior performance of duties highlights the culmination of his 16 years of honorable and dedicated service. Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia's professionalism, perseverance, and complete devotion to duty reflected credit upon himself and were in keeping with the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. Given this 30th day of October, 2015, signed, R. W. Bishard, Captain, Supply Corps, United States Navy, Commanding.
Staff Sergeant Bow, thanks. Okay, I'd like to give FLCY at ease. I'd like to say a few words about Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia, and please, everybody, if you would please have your seats. I'd like to say a few words about Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia, and specifically before I get started again, on behalf of Captain Bishard and Command Master Chief Purdy, who are on travel outside the country, they send their regards and wish they could be here for this momentous event and to recognize a fine Marine on his retirement day. This award is in recognition for all the support, as it was said, that he's provided as part of the Navy Logistics Integration Marine Corps team here at FLCY, specifically contributing to the operational success of the 7th Fleet forces. as you had heard, he had deployed on exercises as well here in the AOR. A significant contribution that he made, and definitely a contribution to our effort and the success of this organization. So congratulations to you. As noted, it is a culmination of an honorable and successful career in the Marine Corps. We wish you well, and congratulations to you and your family. Thank you very much.
Certificate of Retirement. 2. Staff Sergeant Winston W. LabrielMejia's was transferred this date from the United States Marine Corps to the Fleet Marine Corps Reserve after 16 years of honorable and faithful active service. Signed, General Robert B. Neller, Commandant of the Marine Corps. A letter from the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, Ronald L. Green, Sergeant Major. Dear Sergeant LabrielMejia's, on the occasion of your retirement, I would like to extend my congratulations and heartfelt thanks for your many years of dedicated service and selfless devotion to our country and Corps. You have made tremendous contributions and sacrifices throughout your Marine Corps career. As you prepare to enter this new chapter of your life, you can look back with immense pride and satisfaction on all you have accomplished. You have set an example of professionalism and lead a standard of excellence for all Marines who will carry on the legacy of our Corps. My wife Andrea joins me in wishing you a continued success in the future. Semper Fidelis. Dear Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia's, the Marine Corps has been your occupation and family for many past years, and I am certain the memories, interests, and the future of the Corps will remain with you forever. Many desire to obtain your accomplished goals, but few can compare to you. You have clearly demonstrated the exceptional leadership qualities and professional contributions we seek of our senior Marines. We are proud, as you must be, of your successful career. As a teacher to young Marines, a source of wise counsel, and as an example of those soldierly virtues we so admire, you have made a mark on the Corps that will remain long after you have left our active ranks. There are many young Marines you have influenced. You will carry on in the same fine tradition that has always characterized the United States Marine Corps. You have my best wishes for a good health and continued success in years ahead. Semper Fidelis. Signed, General Robert B. Neller, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Certificate of Appreciation for service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Staff Sergeant Winston W. LabrielMejia's, United States Marine Corps. I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of military service. Your commitment and dedication have been an inspiration for those who will follow in your footsteps, and for all Americans who join me today in saluting you for a job extremely well done. My best wishes to you for happiness and success in the future. Signed, President Obama, Commander-in-Chief.
Congratulations, Staff Sergeant. Thank you very much. Take your post.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand in recognition of Mr. Labriel and flowers to be presented to Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia's sisters, Suzette and Wilfred. Certificate of Appreciation from the United States Marine Corps. 2. Winston H. Labriel. By the authority vested in me, it is my pleasure to express the grateful appreciation of the United States Marine Corps to you for your unselfish, patriotic, and devoted service during your son's military career. Your unfailing support and understanding helped immeasurably to make possible his lasting contribution to the nation. To those who say a single man cannot make a difference, I say wrong. Your son did. He made our Marine Corps stronger kept our nation safe. With his service now complete, he will be able to spend more time with you in the future. The United States Marine Corps thanks you, and I thank you. Given this 5th day of November 2015, signed, Captain Crockett, Marine Detachment Officer in Charge, NAVSTA, FLC Yokosuka. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Thank you, Mr. Labriel and Mrs. Ed and Ms. William for being here. At this time, I would like to present a gift to Staff Sergeant. I am Staff Sergeant Sergeant Kayabyab, and I had the pleasure of working with Staff Sergeant for his entire tour here in Japan. On behalf of the Yokosuka Marines, I'd like to present this shadow box to you, Staff Sergeant. This shadow box will remind you of all the Marines and sailors you've met, the many friends, all the lives you've impacted. This shadow box represents a small chapter in your life. Thank you for your inspiration and your motivation. As you turn the page, always remember, the Marines are with you. The shadow box reads, to Staff Sergeant LabrielMejia's, you've led many and brought strength to our Corps. Thank you for making us who we are today. You truly will be missed. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Semper Fidelis. Staff Sergeant, please come up here and accept this gift as a token of our appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, comments from Captain Clark, Marine Dead OIC.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm not going to lie to you that you probably could tell based on Gunny's speech here and kind of the way that everything's been flowing. I promise I'm going to try and keep it as short as I possibly can, but no promises. This is a kind of a tough day for us, and it's kind of a tough day for our shop. And I hope, I've got way too much to say to memorize, so I've got a little reminder card here. Apologize, sir, but I just don't have a big enough brain yet. A little one. But I really, I also wanted, before I get started talking about our Marine, I want to convey that, as I'm a newlywed man myself, and as I'm learning through the family support network on that end, and then also from the family I grew up with, no one succeeds, no one survives without support from others, be it their family, friends, or anyone else. And the first comment I want to say is thank you for the family for supporting him throughout this time, throughout these 16 years. And I can't even imagine what it is, and probably no one here will be able to understand what it is behind closed doors, what it takes to support him and for him to support you as well. And that's something that I want to at least appreciate if I can't even fully understand. So thank you for that. I want to start off by saying that, you know, there are a few wickets in an Marine officer's career, and what I'm talking about is firsts. So, you know, I remember my first salute back when I got commissioned. I remember the first Marine that I promoted, but today marks another first for me, that this is the first Marine that I have the honor and the pleasure of retiring, and one that you know, will stay with me, and I will not personally forget this for the rest of my days. The next one really hits home, and I apologize, this one's a little bit of a sad one. It's really what brings us here today. But I want to talk about Staff Sergeant's character. I want to talk about the day that I believe I got back from an exercise, and I believe, again, I don't know the exact dates, but I remember it as I had just gotten done re-enlisting this Marine to serve another 4 years honorably in the Marine Corps. And so I departed, I believe, to Australia with the understanding that, you know, he's got 4 more years in and can't wait to stay in. And I got back and learned that that wasn't the case. And so it was very difficult for me, and of course, those around me who kind of know me know that I fight. So my immediate reaction was to fight. I wanted to figure out what we could do to reverse it. But in the end, Staff Sergeant never dropped his chin, and he never complained. And he said, you know, sir, I'm focused on the next chapter in my life. Next one is I want to discuss the extent that I've seen you be a father. And you know, it's difficult when you're far away and you have to conduct, as many fathers and mothers in the crowd here have to do. You have a relationship over the phone with your children. But I can tell you, until he moved his desk was married right up to my desk, and I would hear him daily calling his daughter, and they would, from helping daughters, I should say, helping with homework, to debating what their favorite flavor ice cream, to favorite places to visit, and favorite pets. I heard it all, and the point is that you were there to the extent that you could be, and I just wanted to let you know that I admire that. And the last real point that I want to talk about is legacy. And Gunny kind of already brought it up, but the legacy that you leave behind is not restricted to the actions and the people that you've influenced here, but it is the Marines that you have influenced throughout your entire career. And I can tell by the influence that you've had with Marines here in Yokosuka that every single one of them embodies honor, courage, and commitment. Every single one of them is what we as the Marine Corps want them to be and strive to do. And with your example, I know that there are many more Marines out there that have been successful as a direct result of your leadership. And so that to me is the most important legacy that you leave behind to the Marine Corps, the future leaders that we're going to see hopefully soon. So bottom line in all of this is that, if you couldn't tell already, I'm pretty saddened to know that you're going to leave us. It's a hard day for me, but I know that you're going to succeed, and I know that whatever you set your mind to do, you're going to be able to accomplish. With your character, your infectious enthusiasm, your ability to lead, and your charitable nature, I know that you will succeed. Even though you might be changing to a business suit very shortly, or maybe a t-shirt and shorts, I want you to know that you're always going to be a Marine to us. So come on up here, Staff Sergeant. I want to shake your hand and congratulate you one last time. Congratulations, Staff Sergeant.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, thank you for those kind words. I'm just hoping that it was reflective on my pirouette. So. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been 16 years in the making, and I can still remember the day that I stepped on those yellow footprints. And I was nervous and scared to death. And I was thinking to myself, what did I just step myself into? And how am I going to make it to tomorrow? 16 years later, I'm standing before you. I know I'm on the brink of retirement, and I'm going to wake up one morning and think to myself, man, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do today? 16 years ago, I left my family. We're a very tight-knit family. And it's hard to break apart from that tight bond. I wanted to make my own way. My parents are just as studious as I am. That's where I get it from. And they wanted me to go to college. But I'm more, I guess there was a break in the gene pool because I was more the adventure and the travel and the excitement of it all. So when I came into the Marine Corps recruiter, that's exactly what I came with. And he answered my questions, Rob Massar. He answered all my questions and said, hey, we'll lock you on, good to go? I said, all right, let's go. I never lost a thought in my mind that I will eventually pursue my education. It never left me. My first 4 years, and I thank the Lord for my kids. My first 4 years I had my kids. So I had to put the education aspect on the wayside. My next 4 years, it was raising them. And then after that, well, of course, things happen throughout the course of a marriage, throughout the course of a relationship, but that bond with your children doesn't leave you. But I had to try to find my own identity. I had to find myself. And the educational aspect, as the captain was alluding to, had to be surfaced. So I went ahead and I said, look, I'm on the brink of the twilight end of my career. Why not go ahead and pursue that? I thank Gunnery Sergeant, I thank the captain, I thank every single member within the Marine office for supporting me and ensuring that, hey, I don't fall off the wagon when it comes down to that. There's been many times in which they literally had to force me to go home because I wanted to stay. Excuse me. I wanted to stay. I'm looking at my sister. She's crying out. I wanted to stay and complete the goals that I had promised my mom that I was going to. This is a great family. You guys look out for each other. You guys take care of each other. And if the opportunity were to ever present itself again, I would definitely love to come back in a different capacity. Of course, I'm not coming back to you, but in a different capacity. This is by far the greatest food station I've ever been to. And you know, you always say that it's not just the places, the people, but it's the entire atmosphere. It's happy, which makes me happy. You always ask me why you always have a smile on my face. It's because I don't have anything to be upset about. It's a beautiful thing. I do have my kids waiting on me, and I can't wait to be a full-time dad again. And I don't know, maybe it's going to be one of those things that maybe buyer's remorse because you be careful what you ask for. But I mean, I can't wait to get on all fours and start wrestling and do all types of things that fathers do with their children. I missed out on that. Oh, I'm missing out on that right now. Aside from the uniform, which I will miss wearing day in and day out, because you know the 24/7 aspect is definitely something that's always been near and dear to my heart. What I'll also miss is the pronunciation or the mispronunciation of my last name. My last name has been butchered, hacked, sauteed, marinated, remixed, spelled out. It's been done a whole bunch of stuff. All right? I've been nicknamed L12. I've been nicknamed Alphabet. It's too many. It's too many to count. But being the only LabrielMejia's, you know, whether it be on my birth certificate and my social security card, is something that makes me feel special. My father has 5 children. I'm the only one that carries it, and it's going to stay with me. So with that, I thank everyone for coming out. I thank everybody for their support, for their handshakes, for the gestures, for their well wishes, for their kind words. I will truly miss every single one of you. And that is no lie. I will truly miss every single one of you. This is a place I will never forget, and the people here I will never forget. Again, thank you all for making this happen, making this possible. For as long as I have a memory, this will stay here. This memory will stay with me. Thank you, everyone. Semper Fidelis. God bless.
Robert.